Hello, Piano Fran back. Hello, hi, Piano Fran reporting back. If you've been here for a little bit, subscribed to me a while back, watched my videos, you know I have a fairly healthy, very healthy, stable obsession with Julia Michaels and everything she does. So, she released a song that's obviously fabulous with JP Saxe, who I also love. It's beautiful, it makes me cry every time I hear it. It's called If the World Was Ending, and I'm going to teach you how to play it. The song is so pure and so pretty, and I love it. Okay, so I'm going to first teach you the chorus melody in the right hand, then I'm going to teach you the chords in the left hand, then I'm going to show you how to play those two things together, then I'm going to show you how to take the left hand chords, bring them up to the right hand so you can sing along, which I know you want to do. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, let's go. Broke it down into 6 parts. Six parts. 6 parts. Okay, so we are going to start up here on this high E with our third finger. E, D, E, D, E, D, C with our thumb. D, E, 2 Ds, and then another E. E, D, E, D, C, D, E, D, D. So that's the first part. Let me show you again. With the words, if the world was ending, you'd come over, right? You'd come over and you'd stay the night. So that's part 1. Part 2, I'm gonna start on the high C with our thumb. And we're gonna do the F with our 4th finger. 2 Fs. Then 2 E's. D, C, D, E. 2 C's. High F, 2 E's. So that part 2 is. With the words, would you love me for the hell of it? All our fears would be irrelevant. And then part 3 is very similar to part 1. Start on that E again. With words, if the world was ending, you'd come over, right? Sky'd be falling and I'd hold you tight. And part 4 is very similar to part 2. C, F, F, E, E, D, C, D, E, C, C, F, E, E, D, C, D, E. With words, and there wouldn't be a reason why we would even have to say goodbye. Part 5, start on that E again. E, D, E, D, E, D, C, D, E, D, D. One more D. So with words that part is, if the world was ending, you'd come over, right? Right. There's a lot of rights in this song. Alright, and the last part is the little embellished part. So we're going to stretch our pinky up to this high A. A, G, G, A, C, D, C, D, E, G, E, E, D. And that part with words. If the world was ending, you would come over, right? And then one more right, right. Okay, so all of those parts together, it'll make a little more sense. Okay, and the way they sing it, it's a little more like loose than that. It's really cool. Flow is very cool in this song. So the chords we are going to learn are beautiful. We are going to start with an F major down here in our left hand. It's F, A, C. The next one is a G sus dominant chord. It's a G, C, D, and an F on top. It's a very pretty chord. Then we're going to have a C inversion. So we're going to have an E, G, C, up to an A. So those are mostly the 4 chords that we are going to be using. We'll have one more little change in there in the middle of the song, which I'll just show you when that hits because it's one time. Okay, so the melody actually starts on a pickup. It's going to start before the chords start. So we'll have the if the world was ending, you'd come. And on the over with the E is when our F chord will play. Overwrite. You'd come over and you'd, with the stay on the E, we'll do our G sus. Stay the night. Would you love me for the, with our C is where we're going to do the C inversion. Hell of it. All our fears would be on the relevant. On the C, we'll do our A minor. Relevant. If the world was ending, you'd come overright. Sky'd be falling as I, and on the hold, we'll do our G sus. Hold you tight. And there wouldn't be a reason why, with our C, we would even have to say, with our A minor, say goodbye. And on this 5th part is where we're going to change it up. We're going to do a C dominant chord. It's going to be G, B flat, E. If the world was ending, you'd come. And then our F again, overwrite. And we'll play the D for the extra right before we play the G. Right. If the world was ending, you would come. And on the over, on the G, we'll play our C inversion. Override. Right. And we'll end on that A minor. So all together, it looks like this. Okay, so now that you have the chords, what you can do is take the left hand chords, bring them up to the right hand, and then what I like to do is take the bottom note of each chord, put it in the left hand again so it sounds a little fuller, and then you can sing along. So remember that melody picks up. So if the world was ending, you'd come over, right? You'd come over and you'd stay the night. Would you love me for the hell of it? All our fears would be irrelevant. If the world was ending, you'd come over, right? Sky'd be falling as I hold you tight. And there wouldn't be a reason why we would even have to say goodbye. And then with this one is where your C chord comes in. If the world was ending, you'd come over, right? Right? If the world was ending, you would come over, right? Right. And you can add a little more motion to the chords if you want to. And there wouldn't be a reason why we would even have to say goodbye. If the world was ending, you'd come over, right? Right. If the world was ending, you would come over, right? Right. I hope hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. That's what I try to do. I try to break things down as simply as possible. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope you have an awesome rest of your week. See you later.